Life's a gamble, take a chance in the twilight of fortune's dance. Host with voices rich and cool, share the secrets, break the rules. Martini wisdom flows like gold, every episode a story told.
Greetings from fabulous Las Vegas. To my far right, he's like a Jeep Wrangler. It is Jason Slider LeDuc. To my immediate right, he's a Wrangler. Wrangler's Wrangler. Yeah, that's right.
I'm a cowboy.
It is Drew Masur. Me, I'm a kitten wrangler. And I am Christian Mental Ward. This is Sin City Spin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Do you need a special license to be a kitten wrangler?
Right? Are you saying you're a pussy wrangler?
No. Little. No.
I think I'd rather be a pussy wrangler.
Right?
Yeah,
How much is a wrangler? What is that? I'm just the
look.
same thing twice.
No, there's a brand
Well,
of jeans called Wrangler.
Oh, like Levi's.
Now,
Yes, except they're called Wrangler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
now-
yeah, right.
But now the writer can't blame the performance on those intros because the writer performed the intros.
Kitten Wrangler.
Folks, we didn't get it on video, but there's a whole conversation before this about where the problem with the intros a couple weeks ago was the performance or the writing. Let us know in the comments.
I went off script. He wrote a lovely script. We had a little trouble getting it on the TV, and I was staring at the light, and I didn't like it. And I said, I'll just write him in my notebook and my chicken scratch. And then as I was reading him in my notebook, I went, I forgot what the shit that said. And I winged it, and it's obvious.
So if you think Drew's right, put a little pair of jeans emoji in the comments.
Wranglers with a W. I get it now.
Yeah,
What-
see,
what
there you
Because
go.
it wasn't on the TV again.
What letter did you think Wranglers started with?
An R.
I knew he was going to say that.
It doesn't?
All right, 1 minute and 50 seconds. That's where we are. We're off.
But
the
go
rails
ahead.
already.
Tell me the writing was bad.
We all have our opinions.
Look, I wear Levi's anyway, so
I've said this before. This look, not because I didn't get the joke.
I could be a Levi Wrangler.
You could be a Vidal Sassoon Wrangler.
Vidal Sassoon. Oh my God,
That's
I
a
am
deep cut
flashing.
from the 80s.
That is,
yeah.
man. That is bringing it back,
Yeah.
brother.
Speaking of bringing it back,
Bring it on
Jordache.
back. Bring it on back. What you got for
what
us?
was that?
Jordache.
Yeah, that would have been. That probably would
I
have been.
could be a
funnier than
Jordache
Sassoon.
Wrangler.
If you
That
could
would've
find
been-
it there.
That would have been better than. I agree. That would have been better writing than Sassoon. Speaking of bringing it back,
Bring it on back. What you got for us this week?
do you guys remember in Las Vegas the Scandia Family Fun Center?
No.
Right.
It is.
We may
There's a
never have
fuzzy
taken you
part of
there.
my brain that's kind of trying to
It used
light
to
up
be-
right now.
It used to be right off the 15.
Yeah.
It's where Area 15 is now.
Okay, this is coming. Yep. All right, it's slowly coming back.
And
to
there
me.
was an arcade. There were go-karts. There were bumper boats. We used to do the opening salvo of bachelor parties there.
I feel
Yes.
like my brain tissue just went, hey, I remember.
Got a memory like deep in the vastness of my brain going, I'm right here.
Yeah, we did some
Look at
weird
me."
stuff there back in the day. I was
I
married
think
before.
I think we did fun
Way,
stuff there. I don't think we did weird stuff
way
there.
back in the day.
No.
I was-
We did weird stuff at the beach.
Yeah, no, I
That
was
where
married,
we would
so
go
I
to
didn't
do the weird
That was
stuff.
also not weird. That was also
I
fun.
missed out on so many fun things.
Why
that we did
can't
in
it be
Vegas 'cause I was
both?
married.
Why can't it be both, right? Get yourself a girl who does both.
Oh,
I just knew that's like a meme. I don't know what it means. If you know what it means,
Type, dude.
call the voicemail and tell Drew.
oh
and he'll tell me.
yeah. Somebody called the voicemail. We're gonna lose our Google number.
Oh.
I had texted myself
No, we're
today.
not.
Okay, because I saw a
No,
thing
we're
that said I got a notification that said we missed a phone call on the Google Voice.
Yeah, that was spam. And then I got an email that said, if you don't use your Google number.
All right.
And then, so I just texted him. I went, you're awesome. And I went, oh, thanks. That made me feel really good.
I gotta keep looking.
Please, your topic. Yes.
So this is gonna be a little bit of a long walk, but bear with me. So
Bearing.
Scandia Family Fun Center. You know, Area 15 is cool,
Wicked-
but no
wicked cool.
go-karts, no bumper boats, right?
Yet.
Yeah, which Area 15, if you're watching,
Fingers crossed.
go-karts and bumper boats. Go-karts
Seriously,
and bumper
especially
boats,
like the
go-karts
way
and
they
bumper
do
boats.
it, like psychedelic colors and
Yeah.
day glow.
So
and
if you're taking suggestions, but so
Yes.
one of the other things that
Scandia Family Fun
Scandia
Center.
had, claw machines.
Oh yes, okay.
Remember the claw machine?
Yes.
Now, I personally am not a fan of the claw machine. If I'm gonna gamble my money in Vegas, it's gonna be on like a craps table like
Yes.
this, not in a
You're not gonna
weird box.
you're not going to spend $6 to win a $2 toy.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna spend $18 to not get a weird Labubu. So
Because the claw just, it lets it go.
So,
Yes.
So I like these odds.
Yeah,
Much
sure,
better.
absolutely.
Anyway,
10 for 1,
so,
baby.
Young man named Damian Costa used to love the claw machines at Scandia. Now, Scandia closed almost 20 years ago,
Uh-huh.
but he has continued his passion for claw machines, and he now is opening a venue where the first floor is just about nothing but claw machines.
Ooh.
But there's more. There's more because that is going to be the first floor of what's called the Magician's Room, which is a venue down at the Link Promenade that is
Oh, okay,
primarily
okay.
devoted to magic performances.
Ooh.
What do you guys think of that?
I mean, if you're into magic, Vegas is the place to do magic.
100%. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that.
I've seen a couple of the magicians over the years. I'm not.
Well,
super-
this is like every great magician that people like even who aren't into magic
Yeah.
know.
I mean, there's like 5.
They all retired here.
Yeah.
And even the ones who weren't that great.
I mean, most of them have residencies
Fact.
here. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, like this is the last stop. This is like the goal. Like if you're a rock musician or a pop music musician, this is where you go after you've already hit peak and you're just trying to, wring out those last few dollars. But if you're a magician, this is it. This is the Pentagon. You
I've
get like 2
seen-
TV specials, like Lance Burton
Yeah.
used to perform down here all the time. And then you and I saw him at that Chris Angel Magic for the Stars taping that we went to a couple of like 2 years ago.
Those stars! That actually aired. Did you see that? It actually aired.
I
And it
did
was.
not watch it. And then you like
I told him to take my name off of it.
good move. You got to protect that image. But like every, who's the guy that he should have retired a couple of years ago, but he still has a
David
resident-
Copperfield.
Yes.
I can't believe I knew that.
So yeah. Anyway, so I actually
What letter do you think David Copperfield started?
D.
Okay. All right.
But yes, if you're going to have a magic shop in Las Vegas, you absolutely should have it on the Lake Promenade because otherwise it's going to end up in that sketchy part of town, like north of Chinatown, where no one really wants to go.
Yeah.
And there's all kind of just Howard Wolowitz, jokes coming
I
into
like
my
it
head
up
right there, coming into that. So no, I think that'll be fun. And then you've got, people that are into magic and sleight of hand. They come here, they go to the Lake Promenade, which as touristy crap goes, that one's pretty good. I
Yeah.
like the Link Promenade.
Yeah, Link Promenade is great.
I've seen some great close-up magic shows,
Yeah.
and I've seen even a magic busker. He was just kind of doing. He'd like come to your table and be like, "Can I do a trick or two?" And he'd do some cool card tricks, and and it wasn't just your typical like, "Is this your card?" It was more complex than that. It was enjoyable.
Was that the day you lost your wallet?
No. You throw the guy a couple looks. I mean, I think it's a cool place to take maybe a date, or
I
something
think it's gonna
fun.
be awesome. What a lot of people don't know, we have the big magic shows here.
Yes.
And we even have the medium-sized magic shows like Jen Kramer at the Westgate and that kind
Yes.
of thing. But there are a lot of aspiring magicians here, especially young women who are magicians. And there's not a lot of places for them to perform if you're not part of a big show. A lot of the young women end up being like the magician's assistant. Like Jen Kramer started out as an assistant.
Yeah,
and
now
then
she's at the
now
Westgate.
She's got her own show at the Westgate.
Yeah,
right?
which is also a great show.
I'm here for it. I think it's great that there's going to be a
I like
venue
magic.
dedicated to all these folks who are trying to do magic performances and kind of magic adjacent performances. And I don't think it's going to be solely magic because they're going to have to fill up the venue.
Sure.
But I'm here for it. And as a side note, this is the same family that put together the Composer's Room, which I think I've told you guys about, which is off of Sahara. And that's dedicated to that loungy live music kind of scene.
Oh, yes.
That doesn't really exist here anymore, except on very rare occasions. Like there's a place in the Fontainebleau that kind of has that now.
Sure. And then there was with the it's called it's named after the dispensary lounge over off of Tropicana, which does not sell weed, but it is where like the
That is
professor.
probably bad branding.
It
Very
really
bad.
was.
Was my first thought.
Yes. Well, no, and we've all been there. We went there. They had decent burgers, and it's where the UNLV jazz department basically goes and does all night performances type deal. So it's a place for them to just go have like
If I hear Skiddly Bop once, I'm out.
No, it's more loungy jazz.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right, so I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Same folks.
good
The
on it.
Composer's Room
Yeah.
is great. I think we talked about it on the show. The Composer's Room. My friend performed there. Super fun scene. We should all go for something there sometime. I reached out to her to see if she's performing there anytime soon.
Vegas has always done one thing really well, and that's reinvent itself. And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves and other stuff that I've got queued up for future pods, but there's some economy issues, and there's a pinball casino coming out. And I think this is maybe just a fun, claw rooms and magic and pinball.
Absolutely.
And a great
And it
way
will
for
only
Vegas
work-
to try on a new outfit.
It could, and even if it's not like the definitive thing, it really can only work here.
Yeah.
I would say Area 15 is very much in a lot of that. I mean, so much is really Vegas unique, Vegas specific.
Sure.
People come here
now
to
there
have
is
fun
there
and
is
a
the
good
Area
time.
15 in Denver, but I've been told that this one is infinitely better.
Well, yeah, because it's
But yeah,
Vegas,
well,
baby.
Yeah.
Duh, because it's Vegas. Good. So yes.
I'm here for it as well.
And
Yeah.
it's a positive thing. If you don't particularly care for magic, fine. But no one's like, oh God, magic! It's gonna bring all street crime and undesirables and gypsies and
First, I don't think you're allowed to say gypsies anymore.
I was.
Wait, seriously?
Yes. Yeah. I think Tom Segura got canceled like 5 years ago for
That's
it.
your homework to find out what you're supposed to say.
I think it's Romanani, but Romani or whatever. Yeah,
or
but I
whatever.
watched Third Eye. They called themselves gypsies.
You
I
watched
didn't.
what?
The show with Jeffrey Donovan. Third Eye.
The fictional show?
Yes,
The fictional show from like 10 years ago?
it was like 5 years ago.
Didn't you say it was canceled like 5 years ago?
What show are we talking about?
Don't worry about it. The only show you two need to worry about is the one where you guys get up on stage at the Magician's Room and Mental saws you in half.
Oh.
Well, if I don't get a chance
I
to
would pay cash money to see that.
If I don't get a chance to fix this table, it might happen sooner rather than later.
You might get to see it for free.
Both legs gone. Doctors can't say shit.
Final thought, if you had told me 10 years ago that they were going to do this, I'd be like, it's not going to work. But look, Penn and Teller with Fool Us have people watching magic on TV again, which I don't think happened since we were kids in like the 70s and 80s.
That's true.
So people are watching, no kidding, stage magic
And they do well
on TV again. And it's one of my favorite shows. It's one of the most popular shows on television right
I
now.
don't think, it's not setting the ratings world on fire, but it's been on for how long now?
11 seasons, I think.
Yeah,
I think season 11
Yeah.
starts this fall.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well,
They
not
don't,
just
they
that,
don't have,
you
they don't
see
have
a lot of
Allison
it-
Janney anymore, or not Allison Hannigan anymore. Who's the new?
It's Brooke Burke the last couple seasons, so.
Yeah, she go back to Allison.
Well,
Yeah, fair enough.
they don't let me decide those kinds of things anymore. So.
Which again, that's my beef with Penn and Teller. When did they stop listening to Slider?
you will have to ask Penn and Teller that.
I suppose.
And if you're watching, call Drew.
Or post a comment that he won't read.
Tell her if you're watching, I don't know what you're going to do because you don't talk. So.
Text.
So
All
that's
right.
it. I'm here for it. I think a magician's venue, like we need to go. We need to go to Composer's Room too. There's a bunch of places we need to go to, but
And then like
well, it opens October 20th.
families, you're coming to families with Vegas, and your teen or preteen child. I don't want to go to Vegas. There's nothing for me to do, and you guys just gonna be on the floor all the time. Hey, take them to the magic place. Yeah, let them get a trick. Let them learn something.
Let me get sawed in half.
Let them get sawed in half.
Maybe don't let them get a trick because that means something else down in the Link Promenade.
No, not Billy. On Fremont, it means something else, but I think
that's turning a trick.
Regardless,
They can get a trick, they just can't turn it.
regardless, hug your children, make sure they're okay. That's all I got.
All right, sweet.
Well, I have something fun. I don't know if you guys have been watching what's going on today, but or this week, but China had a big parade, and it was really big, really groovy. It was very bigly.
Honestly, and here's if there's not a giant floating SpongeBob, that is a parade I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I hear they were all in step.
There was some robot dog. Yeah, they were in step. They didn't wave to the crowd like they were at prom. I mean, there was some stark contrasts. But during that, the president of China and the president of Russia, President Xi and Putin, got together on a hot mic moment, and they started talking about, I mean, as two world leaders do, living forever. They brought up, yes, they were talking about people living to 100, 150 very, very soon. Now, to put this in perspective,
With my level of income and standard of living, it is not unrealistic to think that I could live to be 125.
well, they're talking about tech.
Why should that be just for Elon Musk and Robert Downey Jr.? Why
Absolutely.
shouldn't Putin and Xi get in on that?
Yeah, because I mean, you know, they're both 72 and Trump's 79. So we've got, you know, people that are approaching what we once called geriatric running the world, and
that's what's wrong with it.
Well, that's a different topic. But you know, at that age, they're not slowing down. I mean, some of them are speeding up. And so when they talk about, you know, using this technology and meds and organ transplants and growing things in labs and putting babies in robots, I mean, is it conceivable that 150 could be a new real life expectancy? And are you at all prepared to be 112? I am not.
Yeah. Well, you might make it to 112 once both your feet are gone, because clearly that's what's wrong with you. That's why your doctor keeps wanting your doctor keeps wanting to chop off your feet. That's going to make you go to 112.
They're going to install something. They'll be like, you can eat all the sugar you want. I'll be like, nom nom cookies.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
You know, seriously,
for it.
you know, we used to think of 80 as old. And
80
now
is old.
It's not. There's a 94-year-old running one of the biggest companies in the world. Yeah, he's stepping down. Okay, there's two 80-year-olds that have been successfully the U.S. president. There's 80-year-olds littered through Congress.
Whoa. Are we sure we want to call that successful?
They're in the job.
Okay. I've got a
I
job.
retract successful, and I would say they have performed the function of commander-in-chief.
Tune in next week when Mental rates all the presidents from 47 to number 1.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Tune in next week for a very special episode. Listen.
The top 5, it's all Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. So, you know, but...
All I heard, the answer to all the geopolitics turmoil in the world is just for everyone to start saying, okay, boomer. That's what I heard. I heard the age is in play. And I was like, you know what? Just start saying, okay, boomer.
Boomers are never going to die. They're going to run it forever.
Right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Yes. But the boomers are not going away. Imagine 25 years from now, Vladimir Putin could still be running Russia.
That sucks. So I get stuck with Vladimir Putin, but Dennis Hopper died? I mean, of those two, who would you rather have around?
Well, I'm just saying, like right now, it's probably for the rich and the politically powerful and stuff. But that technology will trickle down. They're going to be activating stem cells, regrowing hair, fixing blurry vision.
Yeah, there's any number of sci-fi novels about this. It's when the people in power do not want to give way, then what becomes the measure for ability to run things. Because, one of the problems with us Gen Xers is the boomers never got out of the way, so we never had to grow up. So we didn't.
Well, there's a lot of talk about leapfrogging.
A true Gen Xer wouldn't think that's a problem. A true Gen Xer would have just checked out and said, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of talking about passing the torch directly to sort of the millennial generation.
Good. Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Run shit.
Don't care.
Run it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm done.
But no, is it that
everyone and everything sucks? You will learn that soon enough. we were lucky to figure that out when we were all like 12.
Yeah, well, in third grade, the first time we got handed a key to the house, to put on a string around our neck.
When
you said live to 112, I was just overcome with a feeling of, it's just going to be so exhausting.
Imagine you're not even middle-aged yet.
Do I still get to date 28-year-olds?
I mean, if you can swing it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. In. Let's go. Where do I get where do I get the gene therapy?
I had never really
probably Pfizer.
I had never really thought about we all kind of got that number. You go, all right, 80 is sort of the average, -3 for bad behavior. That's probably somewhere.
I am 12 years past anything I thought I was going to make it to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah,
Every day is a gift.
If we all live to be 110, we're just now hitting middle age.
Time comes for us all.
I mean,
Not-
sure.
Not me, because I have a deal. but you guys for sure.
Yeah, definitely all. I mean, we've all got side contracts.
No,
Nope.
not me. Yeah.
No. So that's it. Yeah, we're
That's
all
it.
gonna we'll be doing this podcast when we're 85, apparently.
We'll be doing it when we're 112, apparently.
Apparently,
Well, you know,
yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? What would be nice is if we had the same amount of viewers as our age. So that's our goal. In the next 50 years, we just have to pick up like another 108 viewers.
I think
Subscribers.
I think we have the same number of subscribers as my mental age. Somebody check real quick. Is it still 17?
Yeah.
It's not false, because as much as I talk about all this sort of geriatric revolution stuff, in my heart, I'm still a 17-year-old
Oh,
who
absolutely.
wants to eat a big bowl of Captain Crunch and play video games all day.
Seriously?
Except now that gives me heartburn and makes my back hurt.
And you're gonna put that sweet, sweet Greenland milk on it.
Oh, yes, I am. You know
That's
it.
a callback.
That's a deep cut to our first episode.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. Sweet bone fortifying milk.
And here's, so yes, I am 54 years old, and just the other day in a meeting, someone said something that just, made my inner 12-year-old giggle.
Yep.
and I felt a little guilty, and then I
was it
looked around, and
69?
everybody else was kind of like,
Was
Yeah.
it 69?
no,
Yeah.
but that's also always funny.
Always funny.
Yeah.
Never not funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Nope.
Yeah, deep inside, I think we're all just, still adolescent boys.
Yep. There.
We just have a lot more responsibilities now.
Yeah. Well, and I'm shedding responsibility. I've gotten to the point now where I can shed responsibility. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
I
big
just-
fan of
just-
that.
yeah,
I don't like
big fan.
I don't even like commitments.
No, exactly. That's why you have
Having
all
this-
your food
having
delivered.
this every Thursday gives me anxiety.
Who does?
I'm like, oh, it's Thursday. I gotta do
does?
shit. I gotta take a shower.
Yeah. So
Who can show up at the same job every weekday morning at 8? Come on.
don't look at me. I show up. I show up when I get there.
But you still show up.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Some of the others like, so what are your
I'm
office
sorry, that was
hours?
mean.
What are your office hours? I'm like, well, when I get here, and then 8-ish hours after that, unless I'm going to the track, and then I just go. Speaking of young people and doing young people things.
Yes.
So,
Damn kids.
there is a lot of talk about using the National Guard for law enforcement in various cities. I do not want to get into the politics of how, why, and whether or not that's legal. Don't really care.
But it is happening.
It is happening. And there is discussion now about bringing the National Guard to law enforcement in Nolens.
Nolens!
And I think, having been there multiple times, worked there, lived there for a little while, the idea of bringing 18 to 21-year-old E4s to Nolens,
E4s, I think you're being generous.
fact.
I was an E4 by 21.
Yeah, but
No, not by what age. I don't think they're bringing a lot of E4s. I think they're bringing a lot of E2s and E3s.
E2s and E3s, 2 years in the reserves of the National Guard, and they are going to bring them to enforce laws in Nolens. This is a bad plan.
I went to New Orleans when I was 21.
I went to New Orleans when I was
and I did not
20.
enforce any laws.
Nope. I went to
I
New
don't
Orleans
admit
when I
to
was
breaking
20.
any either.
Yeah.
But none were enforced.
None.
By you or by anyone.
No.
Law enforcement and I did not tangle that day.
If you get arrested down in the quarter, you've done something really bad because they give
Yeah.
you every opportunity. And it's
There's a lot of leeway there.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of leeway because they're just out there looking for bribes.
I've seen people pissing in the street. I've seen people throwing up in the street. I've seen countless breasts. That would be my whole thing. I would be so ineffective as a National Guard member. I would just show up and they'd be like, there's boobies over there. And I'd be like, that's my area. I'm going to secure it. Boobies.
boobies everywhere. Never mind.
Because again, still 17 years old on the inside.
Everybody just fan out. There's boobies everywhere. There's enough boobies for everyone. There's like 37 boobies.
Oh,
Exactly. And you know, like at least half the people will be like, well, I don't agree with having a National Guard here, but you know what, kid, you're doing a good job. Here, have a hurricane. And they're just going to be
I would show up to shift change in beads.
I mean, we're laughing, but
It's going to happen.
it's
for
gonna
sure.
happen.
For sure it's going to
Oh,
happen.
yeah. This is absolutely a disaster just in the making.
And again, nothing against the people doing the job.
No,
it's a difficult
no.
job you're being asked to do.
I just feel like there's some
Love
people
and
that
support
have
the
not,
troops always.
They have not examined how this is going to play out.
But
you're
you-
going to take a bunch of
Youth and exuberance.
teenagers, give them guns, and send them Nolans.
Well, here's what it really is. It's youth and exuberance and a new and unclear mission set. You know, I think it just invites a little bit of, well, what would you do if? And I'm like,
Do you think they'll do CENTCOM rules and tell everyone they can't drink?
no booze, no.
And if you're watching and you're on this deployment now, and somehow your chain of command didn't think of that, and now that I'm sorry, but that's what we had to do when we were deployed. We weren't allowed to drink. So.
Well,
3 beers and all you need.
Well, if you were an LUD, you could. When we were in Iraq, even when we were at the embassy, we weren't allowed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was a local decision by our commander. But
yeah. And I remember being in Dafra, but also, you know, the 2 beers really only applied
Dude.
in that one location. There was alcohol. You just had to know where to get it.
Sober, irritated, and armed. Again, bad combo, I think.
Yeah,
I think.
and sweaty because it's
Yeah.
Nolans and it's going to be humid.
Well, it's going to get cooler. It's that time of year.
and I
It's
do
hurricane season.
I do seem to remember the last time we had the military deployed there about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It didn't go great.
No, did not go well at all.
Does anyone
They were
remember that?
stopping looters then, too.
So,
Ooh-wee.
hey, so if you're deployed in Ireland, highly recommend you go to the Black Pearl area.
Make sure it's more than 30 days. Get full benefits. Get that BAH, baby.
However, if you go to the World
BAH
War,
in Nolans is like $1.
if you go to the World War II
More for the DC
museum,
guys.
Oh yeah,
which I do highly recommend.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Just behave yourself in the bar there.
Yeah.
because they'll kick you out. Ask us how we know.
Why is that man over there so loud and telling stories? And why
'Cause
does
they're
that guy talk over
hilarious.
him because he knows better? And why does this guy try to keep them both on track by talking louder than the other two?
Which, by the way,
Welcome
Bye.
to real veterans, folks.
by the way, everybody sitting next to us thought we were hilarious
'Cause
It was
we
the people on the
are.
other side of the bar that couldn't hear so well.
Because we are. Just ask our podcast listeners.
112.
Yeah, I'll go back when I'm
year-old.
112. Try to kick me out then.
Yeah. You know where we didn't get kicked out was the rooftop bar. So yeah, right across the street.
We
In
did
fact-
not.
In fact, they kept that open for us one night.
That was
Yeah,
baller.
because we were tipping like Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah. And we were not a small crowd and we were not shy on spending money.
No, we were not. So
Yeah.
if that's any lesson for you to take from this, it's always tip your servers, folks.
So if you're deployed in New Orleans,
Tip your
Nolans,
servers.
if you're deploying there, take 2 lessons with you. Tip well, and get to know the servers on the rooftop bar.
And boobies!
Yeah, lots
Bring
of
beads.
boobies. I mean, Vegas boobies are better, but there's lots of boobies
Oh,
in
they
New
are.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I feel like we could end it right there. Thanks so much. And if you disagree with our assessment of boobs, put something in the comments.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong.
Wrangler has a W.
Send us pictures. Prove us wrong. Text them to Drew on the Google Mail, the Google phone.
Okay, boomer.
Thanks for joining us. If you want to disagree or agree, if you want to correct our math, or you just need to find out where the good tacos are, you can drop us a line at sincityspin.podcast@gmail.com. You can text us at 702-721-7328. We're on Facebook, Insta, Reddit, and the thing formerly known as Twitter. That is all we have. Stay safe and hopefully luck will be your lady. But if you wind up broke, well, I hope you have a swinging time.
Well, hot shit. bringing that back to you later today. You're out of your mind. Well, hot shit.